The poverty that I saw there, the misery that I saw there, so many young people, but they don't have a future.
Kyagulanyi encouraged Ugandans to remain united regardless of tribe or religion and vote for the symbol of the umbrella. He promised that his leadership would remain humble and people-centered.
I am here to tell you that it is time for all of us to unite. It is time for all of us to come together. Especially you, the young people. The young people of Pakwach and West Nile. The young people from Lango and Acholi. Those from Karamoja. Those from Busoga. From Uganda, Ankole and all over the country. This is our time to change.
He committed to building well-equipped social services with hospitals having enough drugs and qualified doctors and schools offering free education.
Just like you've been seeing young people turning up in large numbers everywhere we go. That shows you that what we want is the same. We all want freedom. We all want a country that gives us hope. We want a country where we move on good roads. We want a country where young people will have jobs. Now in a special way here in Pakwach, I know many of you have been driven off your land. Turn up in large numbers. Go and vote. And when you go out to vote, vote for the umbrella.
The NUP leader received a warm and celebratory welcome from supporters across Pakwach and Madiokolo on his first day in the sub-region. Charity Marion Imnat and Jamil Sekaja for UBC.
Yes, that is what we had for you tonight in the campaign business. Now, the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC Board of Directors, has inspected key transmission substations in eastern Uganda to strengthen signal quality. UBC Managing Director Winston Agaba says that the inspection is part of an ongoing effort to modernize the broadcasters' network.
The Uganda Broadcasting Corporation Board has started an inspection tour of major broadcasting substation in eastern Uganda. The exercise led by board members is focused on assessing the condition of transmission infrastructure, identifying critical upgrade needs, and improving service delivery for audiences in the country. The team began its tour in Jinja, visiting one of UBC's oldest and most essential transmission centers. They later proceeded to other eastern substations. Among the facilities visited are Wanyange Station in Jinja, Butebo Station, and Bualasi Substation in Silonko District. While at the site, both expressed concern over increasing cases of encroachment on UBC land and property.
We came specifically to check on our stations and equipment, which we have not checked on for some time. A lot of stories have been circulating that people are trying to encroach, and yet these are valuable assets as far as UBC is concerned. So we wanted to be sure that these assets are intact.
The UBC Managing Director Winston Agaba emphasized that the inspection is part of the ongoing effort to modernize the broadcasters' network and ensure uninterrupted nationwide coverage.
We've been to several other sites, and the whole issue is to strategize and see how to make sure that these assets can be turned into some money-making ventures apart from the broadcasting that they do.
Ngabo Amon, reporting for UBC TV in eastern Uganda.
Kampala Central MP aspirant Susan Kushaba has opted for door-to-door campaign in Kisanyi 3, personally visiting residents to discuss community needs and canvass for votes.
As the country nears 2026-2031 general elections, campaigners are taking strategic approaches to win voters' favor. Kampala Central Parliamentary aspirant Susan Kushaba urged residents to choose leaders capable of delivering solutions that improve everyday life.
They don't have where to sleep, they don't have what to eat, and they are here in the center of Kampala. It is so challenging, and those are the same things the same challenges we are facing when we are mobilizing for the president. How can you go to someone and say, I want your vote for the president, when they have not been receiving service delivery?
She emphasized that community progress depends on electing committed and competent leaders. The aspirant also called on voters to support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, stressing that continuity ensures stability, development and growth.
Empowering the people, empowering the youth, the boy child, because when you look in Chisenyi, the population are ghetto people. They don't have what to eat. They are always on marijuana. They're always drinking alcohol because they have been left out.
Kushaba is running as an independent, facing strong contenders including Minister Minsa Kabanda, NRM, and David Lewis Rubongoya, NUP.
15th January, vote for Hajat Minsa Kabanda. Vote for His Excellency the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He's my president. Museveni Kaguta is my president. He's my candidate. Right now he's the candidate. Although he's still a president, but he's my candidate as a president. I also support all flag bearers here present, including the mayor of Kampala, the second member of the Central Region, and everybody. So kindly vote for the bus, kindly vote for NRM, and kindly vote for each and everybody whom you think can protect your gains.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has rallied NRM mobilizers in Ankole to begin canvassing for votes and support for President Yoweri Museveni.
Speaking at the launch of the Taxi Drivers of Ankole campaign at Mbarara Independence Grounds, Tayebwa urged taxi operators and supporters to work as a united force to secure overwhelming victory for the President and NRM flag bearers.
We are going to vote him. This is why we are saying we shall give him our total votes. But if given a chance of meeting him, then we have a few issues we have to discuss with him. Maybe he can advise us. And adding something in our circles.
Meanwhile, youth leaders in Mbarara have been encouraged to embrace available opportunities and support government programs ahead of the President's visit on December 1st.
So they are going to be mobilized into a circle where money will be put and they will be able to access quick loans, cheap loans, and they develop themselves. So the President has promised that these monies will be put into their circles after the elections have been.
I want to thank for supporting them. I want to thank the President for giving them money, and the Myoga Sacco and even PDM. Because a number of them, they are beneficiaries of the PDM. So I thank them for supporting the President. I thank them for seeing the right and come back to their mother party NRA.
Each and everyone to rally behind President Museveni, to support President Museveni, because we have gained a lot in President's leadership. We have security, we have good roads, electricity, and we have to protect the gain.
In Ruchiga district, over 80 million shillings was raised for constructing the Chitanga Parish Business House.
I want to thank the government of NRM, headed by His Excellency President Museveni. I want to thank our mama here, who has spearheaded the delivery of cement, 110 bags, through Mama Peace Lukomwa from NRM government. We are heading to the completion of this building, and want to thank also President Museveni for the contribution he has been giving this parish since time memorial.
She's chasing away poverty from people and building them, at least assisting them in agriculture and
chasing away poverty. Call upon all of us to focus and put our energy, tapping in what NRM has got to offer. And I know if you tap, you will be okay. Where you are running to, you don't know what is there. But here, the party has already demonstrated that they are up to the task and they can perform. So I invite all of you to come and rally behind His Excellency Kaguta Museveni.
I call upon everyone to come and welcome President Museveni. She's going to tell us about the gains he has gained in his leadership.
The aspirant for Kawempe North MP seat, Hajat Nambi Farida, and Kampala Woman MP aspirant, Amina Lukomwa, have also promised residents of Kazangola in Kawempe to lobby for a sewage disposal track and also address areas' persistent challenges.
Flag bearers in Kampala, including Kawempe North's Hajat Farida Nambi, Kampala Woman MP aspirant Amina Lukomwa, traversed Kazangola in Kawempe division in a joint rally to mobilize support. Hajat Nambi assured residents to tackle the long-standing challenges of poor sanitation and support women in the area to ensure their economic empowerment.
To really canvass for support for our party, to be able to offer services. This area lacks a sewer line, just like all the other areas. We need a sewer line to help us toilets stop being full. We also have an issue of rubbish or waste management in this place, just it is like in all the parishes of at least this Kawempe North. We have issues regarding women empowerment and women in business or whatever. We need to really lobby for them. I'm asking them to give us a chance as NRM to serve in this NRM government. We will be able to reach them with services.
Amina Lukomwa appealed to Kampala residents to trust her leadership.
Possession gave me an opportunity to discover, to realize what really Kampala misses. A lot was taking place in Kampala, and I realized Kampala missed a representation in Parliament, most especially on that position of woman member of Parliament, Kampala. And so, because I like my country, I love my people, I resigned the job for being an RDC. I decided to come and offer myself to serve them as the woman member of Parliament of Kampala.
Other NRM leaders encourage the people of Kawempe to have confidence in their team.
The main point, I want all people of Kawempe, mostly youth, to be skilled in different skills that can help them to create jobs, that can help them to be safe, that can help them to change their life.
UBC News tonight. Residents of Nyarubare Parish, Rugaga Sub-County, Senjiro District say that they intend to deliver 100% vote for President Museveni come 2026 elections.
Leaders credited the government's investment in water systems and road upgrades, saying the area now seeks full electricity coverage.
Muchizengunuseru rwendemwe ezikuza kufuna mizi abachizwe bambuza ngaza kuzayo abatunga bambuza ngaza kuzayo mweniwe icho niyo rakora ki niyo rashigamba.
Bukanga North MP Nathan Byanyima urged voters to support continuity for more development.
Nkesimba no mugenzi matovu yasina karuru nkesimba independent emoto itwara cyose ekase yana bakajya pick up kwa ninzo mukoti ibintu bimwe nibugo mu karuru bibamo kandi sasirana yunye no mutumwe sasirane tureke kwimukera shisha abantu beitu twabatemwe mutuma mibi itakoza kutuyamba.
Assistant RDC Mukamwa said peace under NRM continues to support growth and stability.
Sima His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Ekinkumusimira nicyo cyo kubanza obusinge obutwine. Hariho abantu abagamba okushobera muntu kugira ngo obusinge tubakuburya.
And we are sensitizing people about avoiding violence. Because with violence there can never be development. People's things like even in primaries we witnessed some incidences where people's vehicles were burnt, properties destroyed, We even lost a person in Sindro's house. It was very unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Gender Minister Betty Amongi has officially launched her campaign for Lira City Woman MP seat, kicking off what is expected to be one of the toughest political contests in the area.
Gender Minister Betty Amongi made a lively entry into Lira City West, welcomed by cheering supporters. She was joined by her husband, Jimmy Michael Akena Bote, and also Lira City West flag bearer, Cedric Obonge Yit, who urged residents to rally behind her.
But we are now come back to rejuvenate that great move. We will come back that this time round, we don't want to colony, the business as usual.
Amongi outlined the projects she has championed, including the zonal land office, Akibwa Stadium works, and improved road connections within Lira City. She said the political challengers will not stop her from serving the people.
Volunteer job matching scheme.
She pledged to curb extortion, targeting border riders, expand electricity and water access, and create youth-led waste management programs. Akena asked residents to support her and accused NRM of undermining other parties.
They have tried, but they have failed. Akena is not going to break. It's NRM and Museveni himself. When he knocked the door on me, where do you want me to go? When it came to me for political parties to speak, who was in the front? Akena is the one who made sure that I fought succeeded. And then today you think you can treat Akena like a punk? NRM, you beware. I'm going to bring it to your knees because what you're doing is wrong. You try and do that to some other fool, but don't try and do it to somebody else.
Amongi faces incumbent Dr. Jen Ruth Acheng of NRM and Patricia Acheng in a heated race.
In Tepeth County, Moroto District, incumbent MP Lokor Albert, whom Michael Lote Lokawa defeated in the NRM primaries, has returned to the political arena on independent ticket. His decision is already reshaping the rest as campaigns in the region take root.
Today I am here on my 7th day of campaign, and this afternoon I am in Lea Parish in Katikekile sub-county. I am engaging my voters to support me in the incoming parliamentary election come 2026. And I have shared with them a number of issues that need to be addressed, ranging from sustaining and promoting peace, supporting education, supporting healthcare services, improving access roads to facilitate the transportation of goods and services.
With harmonious coexistence among its citizenry, we want to ensure Moroto is not left behind.
President Yoweri Museveni will on the 20th of November, as part of his campaign trail in Busoga, inaugurate the first phase of the Day Group Advanced Agro Processing Park in Namagali Kamuli District. I think it's Namasagali Kamuli District. The industrial hub is designed to supply locally manufactured pharmaceutical excipients and active ingredients.
We're honored that the President has accepted to be with us on the 20th to commission this plant. As you can see, it's ready. We started the production of starch.
President Yoweri Museveni is this week set to commission a 185 billion shilling cassava starch plant in Namasagali, an investment expected to transform livelihoods across Busoga, Bukedi, Lao and Teso by creating a stable high-value market for cassava.
So what you see here is the state-of-the-art starch processing plant. Our capacity, we need up to 500 metric tons of raw cassava every single day. Those are more than 50 full-soft trucks every day. That's the capacity of this plant.
Uganda takes a major step towards pharmaceutical self-sufficiency as Day Biopharma launches this $50 million facility designed to feed the country's growing demand for medical-grade starch.
They have confirmed to me that it's the largest starch, fructose, maltose, and glucose plant on the African continent. So by bringing this, we are creating employment. By doing this, we are following this vision of saying let's empower the continent, let's empower the country. Because the government, Ugandans are going to get jobs, and then taxes are going to come from here. That's how we'll be able to develop the region of Busoga and the country.
With a daily capacity of 500 metric tons, farmers will earn more than they currently do from sugarcane, thanks to cassava's shorter maturity period and higher returns. Over 3,000 farmers have already been registered, receiving planting materials of high-yield variety developed by Ugandan scientists.
We imported a lot of starch. We import a lot of these sugars. So when we realized this, we said, no, as a country, we need to be self-reliant. We've built Matuga factory to ensure that we manufacture all essential drugs. But for us to be able to manufacture essential drugs, we need our inputs.
Founder and Managing Director Dr. Mathias Magora says the investment aims to reduce Uganda's reliance on imported pharmaceutical inputs. Africa currently imports nearly 85% of its medicines. Once certified, the plant will produce starch, glucose, malt sugars and fructose for the food, beverage and pharmaceutical industries, with plans to expand. Namasagali's central location makes it ideal for sourcing cassava and accessing regional markets. The starch plant forms part of the 5,000-acre agro-industrial park that will also host an organic fertilizer factory and a biotechnology complex for animal vaccines, including a foot and mouth disease facility already at 50% completion. Day Biopharma's goal is to build a competitive, locally anchored pharmaceutical ecosystem and position Uganda as a regional biomanufacturing hub.
Just like we are doing here.
Habimana Deo compiled this report.
Take a short break. Please keep it with us.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN Wakanet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
UEDCL is offering a normalization window until the 31st of December 2025 for those who have illegally connected into power lines or tampered with power metering equipment. Register with UEDCL at www.uedcl.co.ug/weterizi to normalize your connection to avoid penalties or prosecution. Visit any UEDCL office in your area for assistance or call our toll-free numbers at 0800 203 088 or 0800 285 285 and 0800 385 385. Take advantage of this normalization window before the law catches up with you. UEDCL, lighting up your world.
Where are you coming from?
From NHS.
NSSF? You come all the way from Namavundi. to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You walk on the era. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
The Pakabanda, you can register for NSSF. How come you do your simate life? Now deep down in the Marara, make NSSF payments. No hala okubekarangala. NSSF sure is not far. But this tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubira. NSSF, a better life.
Muzukuramu kumandiga na teranga nyingiro ne banafa ba MTN wanje MTN walalo MTN gambachi to get the power to win njagalo ofune lyanyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga obukadde 10 buli wiki wanje ngenda kubanga kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki ku simu ye nyinyi chabonka chimuchoka line ya MTN banabeka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ndakwese momo obulira buli ogenda okusasula ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo uzo kwanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanje ogenda ku investinga kozesa momo abwe MTN we jamani ne kwa bukadde 10 buli wiki wala kastejo bimala bwe pala wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taiwa, has implored religious leaders in Kigezi to spearhead wealth creation to fight poverty.
This is a one.
Rwenzori East covers Kasese district with 4 police divisions. Kasese DPC Hiumbire Hassan told residents in Base Camp Ward that the attacks were miscalculation by criminals trying to destabilize the area.
These meetings are as a result of the strategic guidance that were guided by the Inspector General Police that we must be able to move to the public. We have launched a campaign to move to every village in Kasese district to ensure that we talk to our Nainchi, we talk to our people and sensitize them. First of all is to let them know that Kasese is very peaceful and as security we are on top of the situation. I know there is a fear in the community amidst the other challenge of where the police barracks in Kasese was attacked on 1st. What we are assuring the public is that all of those that were involved in such an attack Most of them were arrested, and others, the law is taking place on them.
He said additional manpower and resources were deployed following an inspection by the IGP.
And really what we want to assure the public is that the place is peaceful. As security, we are on top of the game. We have really tried to do what it takes. And even all those that were involved at whatever level will be brought to books.
Inspector General Police, twamusaba ebintu bino wabbanga okutwongera empitambula okwongera ku mmotoka ezo tubadde tulina. Olwokuna emmotoka eyo neetuuka mpya ennyo abasirikale batwongedde RDC nga bw'abagambye.
Resident District Commissioner Lieutenant Joe Walusimbi assured the community that peace has returned and business is back to normal.
We had to share with them, because of the recent attack, to give them confidence and to thank them for a job well done, because they contributed almost 60% in our operation of FAST this month. They cooperated with us, quick information sharing, and up to now they are still identifying those who remained in the villages.
However, LC1 chairperson Kigutia Jafari said some residents remain cautious despite increased security.
Police barracks kati kuva n'olwo abantu ne bafunamu okutya kati ne tusalamu ntino tuyite abakulembeze nga RDC ne DPC because bali responsible okubizibu bino ku security bawa abantu accountability babagumye omutima.
Yes, that is about how police has beefed up their operations in the Rwenzori East following the incidents of insecurity that were there. We now take you back to that story where the Deputy Speaker Thomas Taibwa has implored religious leaders in Kigezi sub-region to spearhead wealth creation and fight poverty.
This is a 1.3-acre Nkana farm owned by Richard Nyakana, whose flutes of wealth creation have shaped commercial agriculture in Kabarore district.
Those machines are the ones that we use to chop some of these grasses.
Nyakana is a role model farmer whom President Yoweri Museveni wants the nation to benchmark. Nyakana started with 3 million loan and currently earns 17 million net income from Nkana farm. The farm has 10,000 chicken and 13 dairy cows.
We need actually to study, probably to get more exposed, especially in these areas like the Netherlands and the US, where the smallholder farmers are processing and preserving feeds for years.
In August, President Yoweri Museveni directed the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taibwa, to lead the religious leaders from Kigezi region to benchmark on Nkana farm. Over 100 have toured Nkana farm, which sells at least 150 trays of eggs and 130 liters of milk daily. Nyakana employs 15 people.
And a tray of eggs here goes for 10,000 on wholesale, which generates about 1.5 million. A liter of milk here goes for 1,200 shillings, farm gate.
Deputy Speaker Taibwa tipped religious leaders on wealth creation to increase household income in Kigezi region.
It's unique because Kigezi has challenges of shortage of land. When you look at the household surveys of Kigezi, you find that average land holding per household is even less than 0.5 of an acre. So, and now also the reports have been showing that food insecurity in Kigezi is increasing.
We speak on behalf of those that cannot reach to such a places. And the main objective here is one, to ensure that ourselves become agents of change. Can we emulate, can we become an example when we go back to our region to start up such innovations, such projects, so that we can be economically empowered as leaders of our different denominations?
Irene Faith Nantongo, Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
Tororo is among the 135 districts that have started registering success as government prioritizes water for production and agriculture. We had a field engagement with the beneficiaries in different communities who have benefited from the innovation, and they no longer wait for the rainy season.
Is a life adage visibly comes to life here in Lulikoyo village, Amagoro, Oskuru County, where access to water for the local community is a matter of turning on the stop gap.
The irrigation scheme covers close to 5 acres of land, planting mainly tomatoes, onions, watermelon. At a later stage, we shall be putting other local greens like boyo. We shall have a local green here called akeo, as and when the seasons will require.
Ministry of Water and Environment and Nexus Green have created a dam that allows water to be put to proper use before it's allowed to flow away.
It's based on the water source is a stream, which you can see in the back at my back, where right now there is a small dam. The stream was dammed to create that water source, to have adequate water to supply the irrigation scheme. Then water is abstracted using solar. That is the primary source of energy.
An agronomist and the district irrigation support officer, Bimbabazi Bruno, says farmers are availed enough usable water and advised on what crops to grow.
My major work as an irrigation support officer is to teach the farmers on how to use these irrigation schemes and benefit from them. We teach them on the water use, we teach them on soil management activities, so that as they are using the irrigation schemes, they don't face challenges of erosion. They don't also they don't face challenges of detoxicating our water, contamination of the water bodies where we get the water.
In Gulebi, there was a bumper harvest.
Right today, this one has done forward, just as you see. The warehouse is getting dry because of my poor management. But still, they have given me 500,000.
Tororo district is currently among the 135 districts benefiting from the solar-powered irrigation, although not among the 7 districts that benefited from the government's large-scale irrigation scheme. It has become an achievable alternative because of its simplicity in execution, giving communities a glimpse into modern agriculture.
Minister for Trade David Bahati has urged African countries to confront persistent barriers to industrialization, warning that the continent will remain dependent on exporting raw materials. We have details.
African leaders, private sector actors and women entrepreneurs called for greater value addition as the African Continental Free Trade Area advances. Speaking at the launch, Bahati emphasized the need for coordinated efforts to drive industrial growth.
This commemoration reinforces the spirit of Ubuntu. It reminds us that our factories must be linked by efficient transport corridors. Our digital economies must speak the same language, and our policies must be harmonized. This is the only way we can create economies of scale large enough to compete on the global stage. So let us work hard and remove all the barriers to take advantage of this huge population.
The African Union noted Africa's vast untapped potential, highlighting that women contribute nearly 40% of agricultural output and 70% of informal cross-border trade.
Women make up close to 40% of small and medium enterprises, contribute more than 40% of agricultural output, and constitute constitute more than 70% of informal cross-border traders. Yet, their participation in industrial value chains remains far below potential. Many continue to face constraints that limit their growth.
I call upon the African governments, therefore, to adopt a WIP. A WIP is another organ that I'm sure will expedite the industrialization and processing by women.
Women's organizations pushed for fair financing, adoption of the Women in Processing framework, and deeper regional integration.
Women continue to face major barriers in accessing industrial finance, owning processing facilities, and participating in industrial park development. This forum is designed to change that reality. It provides women in processing with visibility, market access, policy support, and the technical tools needed to scale their enterprises.
And one of the recommendations that we have taken during the African Union Private Sector Forum is to have at least 40% of all government procurement allocated to African private sector, including SMEs, women and youth.
The 2025 Africa Industrialization Week is on the theme, Transforming Africa's Economy Through Sustainable Industrialization, Regional Integration and Innovation. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Local governments across the country say that the last 5 years have delivered on community-level improvements in the recent decades. A reporter has details to this.
Across the semi-arid regions, new water dams and community water supply projects are helping families and farmers cope with prolonged dry seasons. Local authorities say the installations have reduced long treks in search of water and are now supporting irrigation, livestock and domestic use, critical improvements for communities facing climate-related pressure.
A truck of water goes to around 300,000, and it's very expensive because you can ferry about 2 trucks without just pouring in a valley tank, and the earth is just taking it. So this one is going to solve that problem.
New gravity flow schemes and piped water systems have been set up in several districts to provide clean, reliable water.
Tulwala nnyo obulwadde bwa typhoid ebirala olw'obujama naye kati nsubira amazzi gano nga tugafunye mbadde sinabako omuntu nti ate yalwadde simanyi typhoid simanyi biki ebyo tetukyabiraba.
In the dairy sector, local governments have constructed and equipped milk collection centers to enable farmers to store milk to reach bigger markets.
Twagenda okufuna ekyuma kino batugulanga amata batugulanga siringisi 5 naye olwaleero lita eri ku siringisi 10.
Ekyokubiri tubadde tulina abantu abatalina emirimu bagifunye yadde tetunaba kutuusa ku level gye tuluubirira okutuukako.
In the meantime, adoption of artificial insemination services has expanded. Veterinary officers say improved breeds are producing more milk and are helping farmers shift from subsistence to commercial livestock production.
In a period of about 24 months, 90 calves have been born out of artificial insemination, and over 260 animals have been served into conception.
Modern central markets have been constructed and upgraded in major towns and cities across regions. The new facilities are organized with hygienic spaces for vendors and customers.
Rain could spoil our products, but nowadays everything is very okay. You can even leave your goods in the market. Nothing will happen to them.
On infrastructure, feeder roads that give the community access routes have also been rehabilitated. Improved roads are reducing transport costs, opening up markets for farmers.
So that project, in fact, assisted us a lot. Farmers could pour their milk because they had no access to market, but now they have access to market. The road is okay.
And in coffee growing belt, new coffee processing factories supported by local governments in partnership with investors are boosting value addition. By processing coffee close to the farms, producers earn more, young people find employment, and districts tap into increased revenue.
Kitegeeza nti ssente zituwe tusaasaanya ez'entambula kutwala emmwanyi tuzikubira eruweero n'okuzitundayo. Ssente ezo zijja kuba zedda mu balimi.
Beyond the major sectors, districts have also invested in administrative units, offices, seed schools, health facility upgrades, and community access to extension services initiatives.
Yes, that story was about Ugandan farmers that are set to boost their harvest due to digital ways of farming. Now we take you to local governments across the country that believe that the 5 years have delivered a community level improvement in the decade.
AgroNet is designed to solve everyday farming challenges.
We are going to get Hamilton this week to have a platform and engage with Ugandans who are in business so that they can see how telecommunication services can sharpen their operations without necessarily having all the physical human resources that they have been depending on. And we're delighted because as we talk about a tenfold growth strategy for this country, you can only do that tenfold strategy on one, having an export mindset, but two, if you are going to have an export mindset, then your productivity, your level of efficiency is everything. So a partnership like this one will address both areas of the government's tenfold strategy.
Through a simple mobile phone, farmers will now access timely weather updates, accurate market prices, verified agro inputs and extension advice without traveling long distances or relying on middlemen.
We've given them access on both smartphone technology with applications, but we've also given the small phone users, the ones that we call the low-end or button phones, access through USSD. All the products designed on Agrotel speak to the farmers, and they are giving them access or tap into the entire chain, right from the point of inputs, assessing the land, getting inputs, accessing different partners, accessing funding, all the way to creating market spaces for them. So we are telling Ugandans you can farm in a smarter manner, in a better manner. We are helping small-scale farmers, women farmers that have been keeping their money under the beds to show them you can transact better. You can have your money over the mobile phone and access so many services through smart transact.
The system will help smallholder farmers improve yields and reduce losses.
Our form of telecommunications company is a multi-tenant setup where we are able to tailor specific products for different communities. For example, here we are showcasing Salamtel for a Muslim-centric product, Paxtel, a Christian-centric product, but we also have other products, for example, that are education-centric, that are banking-centric, that are agriculture-centric, where we ensure that the mobile communication is used effectively.
Hamilton Telecom will support the platform with digital payments and mobile financial services under Pax Cente. The partnership includes training sessions and village-level sensitization, ensuring farmers understand and use the new digital tools. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Chiriandongo district is grappling with high poverty levels, prompting renewed focus on the PDM and other poverty alleviation programs.
Chair, about to drop out of schools children. In some sub-counties, some children who are out of school are more than those when we have schools. As we invest the 14 billion thinking ahead, we must look into this. This is going to be a terrible problem. Because in the future, when majority of people are not going to school, and the same children are deciding for you politically, because now we go with the majority, fools are going to lead us. Yes, because that's how they decide. Our democracy is about decisions of the majority.
We have issues of mental illness. People are traumatized, people are stressed, people have gone to depression. It is an area that we also need to think about. As I'm talking about this, we have partners who are experts and who can ably support us in this.
I urge all stakeholders to continue supporting the parish development model as the game changer for socio-economic transformation. Failing to live to the standards, to the guidelines issued by the ministry. They want to catch that man. And in the process, I have been...
The NCBA Junior Golf Series climaxed in Lugazi after 5 rounds played across Kampala, Entebbe and Jinja. 40 young golfers took to the Meta Golf Club course, showcasing growing talent in the sport.
Top performers in the boys categories included Elijah Agaba, Alexandria Sikwiria, Lucas Kimera, Owen Wafla, Dante Kawalia, and Timothy Tayewa, while Peter Mayende dominated the 15 to 18 age group. Girls category leaders were Elizabeth Mwagale, Chebet Shanita, Hashita Longanathan, Rachel Natukunda, and Ariana Tumwesije.
People who have inspired me is my dad and mom, because mostly my mom is telling me to be like my dad, because my dad plays a lot of golf, and my mom is coming to cheer me up, and when I get cheered up, it makes me happy and I play really well.
The course was okay. The greens were quite fast and that challenged me, but I fought through it.
Coach Brown praised the growth of junior golf and the discipline demonstrated by the young athletics.
More importantly, the lessons that they are learning out here on the golf course. You've seen today, for instance, it was very rainy, but the juniors were here very early in the morning. Some of them were here as early as 6:30. So golf does really help out just to create that kind of discipline. And of course, more importantly, the friends and the friendships they are creating from the different families to the kids themselves and so on.
NCBA says the series gives children a platform to sharpen skills and global ranking points and qualify for regional competitions.
Today we have actually seen quite a bit of talent, the kids who are improving on a day-by-day basis. So as NCBA we feel proud that we have been part of this journey for a while, and we are seeing actually the fruit actually coming out. The competitiveness that we are seeing on the course is actually what, as NCBA, when we decided to invest and support the NCBA Junior Series.
This season attracted players from Kampala, Lugazi, Wakiso, and Mbale. Irene Faith Nantongu, Andrew Sebira, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakuni and the whole newsroom. Wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
Following our earlier communication regarding the technical challenge that affected the transmission of some free-to-air television channels, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation UBC wishes to provide the public with an update on the ongoing restoration efforts. Our engineering and technical teams have been working diligently to resolve the issue and restore normal transmission.